Hello and welcome. As you can see, I'm in the kitchen today and I'm preparing a lunch. So this is my main meal for the day. That's the aim. And I'm preparing it from a book that I've shown you. This I found, let's go back a bit actually. So those of you who followed me previously will know that I'm interested in my nutrition and health and living a long healthy life, and as a nutritional therapist my diet is pretty good, but there's always room for improvement, and one area that I haven't focused on beyond the diet is sleep, and that's something I'm focusing on much more now because I have been lacking in sleep recently, and I scared myself a couple of weeks ago by going the wrong way on the dual carriageway because I've got something else in my head rather than where I was supposed to be going. So I decided to get more sleep I need to change my routine, and because I tend to work early and late, I don't have a great deal of time to prepare a meal, eat it, digest it before I have to go to bed, because I really like 8 hours sleep and I haven't been getting that. So I've decided to try having my main meal in the middle of the day, because I am at home during the middle of the day, and having something lighter in the evening. So I happened to go to a local garden centre at the end of last week to buy some cards. They have some nice cards. It's an independent one, and they happen to have this book that I've shown you on sale. I mean, it's not expensive anyway, but this is by Dean and Aisha Shirtsai, and I've come across this couple before. They're doctors from Loma Linda, which is one of the blue zones, and one of their interests is neurology and particularly Alzheimer's, and I've heard them speak before about Alzheimer's and prevention. And this book, which I wasn't aware of, the 30-day Alzheimer's solution, was in the garden centre with a very attractive cheesecake on the front, which always catches the eye, beautiful colours. And I thought I'd have a flick through, and they've got some really interesting, colourful recipes in here, and it's all plant-based, which there's always debates on that, but it's always good to have more plant-based recipes, and particularly because they've got tempeh, and I'm not experienced in tofu and tempeh, and I'd already bought some tempeh to try. I mean, it's quite good protein in tempeh, and so this caught my eye. And so today I'm preparing grilled tempeh satay wraps. Now, as always, I don't have all the ingredients, so I'm making it with what I have and just adjusting things slightly. So that's what I'm up to. So I've got the tempeh and the courgette marinating in the cumin, and it says tamari. I couldn't get tamari this morning. I'll get that from Buy Whole Foods online, plus a few other things. I didn't have the turmeric either. I've run out of turmeric, so that's just steeping in the marinade. I've got the wraps, which are the charred leaves, and they're not perfect. Something's had a nibble at my leaves, but that's the way it is at the moment in the garden. It's been so dry, I think all creatures are just trying to get moisture from wherever they can. And I'm about to make the satay sauce to go with it, and chop some of the onion and cucumber as well. So this is quite a light dish, I'd say. Now, having gone through this book, this is a 30-day solution, so it's got the recipes in there, but also brain boosting activities, and it gives you a guideline on how to approach this, and it includes sleep, of course. And what I also liked in here, they've got the Neuro 9, the 9 foods that are crucial for maintaining and improving your cognitive health, and it says that you should eat them every single day. So this includes green leafy veg, that's a tick, whole grains such as oats, quinoa, brown rice, farro and buckwheat, seeds, especially flax seeds and chia, beans and legumes, berries, which are the blueberries, blackberries and strawberries, these are lovely deep colours. Nuts like walnuts, almonds and cashews. Crucifers, this is broccoli and cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, that type of vegetable. With tea, it's green, white, black or oolong tea. I like that. And then herbs and spices, particularly turmeric, sumac, sage, rosemary, thyme, oregano, cloves, saffron, herbs like that. So that's good because I eat most of these already. So that's good news for me. But I thought that was interesting, and I would actually recommend, if you're interested in your brain health and some healthy recipes, plant-based ones, this could be the book for you. So there's a lot in here I want to try. But I also thought I'd show you another book I have, which I've had for some time. This is The End of Alzheimer's. I bought this a few years ago. Let's see when it was published. Published 2017. So I did a talk on this probably not long after that. It was before COVID. This is the first programme to prevent and reverse the cognitive decline of dementia by Dr. Dale Bredesen. And he's actually released this again. This has been re-released with extra information in, because he's been working with patients for many, many years. So he works with them as well as being research. I don't know about the shirt size, if I'm honest, but this is a good book. It says Dr. Bredesen reveals the 36 affecting metabolic factors and outlines a proven program to rebalance them. And he's had great success with a lot of his patients. So I think when I first did my presentation several years ago, and this was the book I based my presentation on, and it was to a group called the U3A, and it's a University of the Third Age in the UK, and I don't know whether it's elsewhere in the world, and it's really for people in that third age, the retirement age. And I thought this was a subject that would be of interest to many people. And when I presented it and I took questions at the end, there was one gentleman in the audience who said, "I don't believe you." And I said, "Oh, which bit don't you believe?" And he said, "Any of it." And which, you know, unnerved me initially. And I just said to him, "It's your prerogative. I would recommend you have a look at the book. I recommend that you perhaps just consider what if, and because if there's something we can do to prevent it, which clearly from both of these doctors and books, or all these doctors I should say, it can be done." And Dr. Dale Bredesen has patients who he has helped. He has examples of patients who've gone into homes because their family can't care for them, who've come out of the home after following these protocols, and those who couldn't work because they declined so much, who have gone back to work. So there is a limit to how much one can do, of course. I mean, once there's a huge amount of damage done, you can't reverse that. But if it's early days, but even better than that, don't even get to early days, prevent it before you get there. So yes, I recommend having a look at these. I'm looking into this particularly because I've been loopy recently, doing the wrong thing, and I have a history in my family. So this is why I've pulled these books out again, or this book out again, and we'll be going through the other one in more detail. So yes, I'm going to get on and keep preparing the food, and I hope it looks like the picture in the book. I have my doubts, so let's see. Well, here is the finished dish. I will bring you over to see it more closely. It doesn't look as lovely as the picture, but then I wasn't expecting it to. But I'll just give you a closer look. Here we are. This is it. It's the grilled tempeh with courgette, satay sauce, on chard wraps, and chard being the green leafy wrap. That is my version. This is the book version. Slightly different, but nonetheless, I will just give it the taste test and let you know how it tastes. Right, well, I'm not going to attempt to roll it up and eat it with my hands because it's too fine, I think, so I'm going to use a knife and fork. I'm already shooting my cucumber across the table. Well, that was nice. That was the courgette. Let's try the tempeh. That gets a thumbs up. It's very nice. I'm not a fan of tofu, and I can't really say I've had tempeh that often, but this is very nice. It's all those different flavours coming together that makes it. So I would give that the thumbs up. So if this helps my brain and helps me prevent decline in that area, then I'm all for it. So thank you for joining me this week. I hope this has given you some inspiration and perhaps information that you may not have previously known, that these things are preventable, and in some instances where some decline has already occurred, it can be halted and to some extent reversed. And I think that gives us all hope. But I do believe, my belief is quite strong, that if our bodies can go wrong, they can go right, can't they? What do you think? If you did enjoy this video, please like and share with people who might also find it beneficial, and please subscribe if you'd like to, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. But now I'm just going to enjoy the rest of my lunch. Thank you. Bye.